Alright, Broskis, and we are back. Slightly different setup now, mixing things up, trying some new things. But today we're gonna hop into Illusion of Gaia. So I already played Soul Blazer a little bit earlier on the channel, and admittedly, of the Quintet trilogy, Soul Blazer always has been and remains my own personal favorite. However, I do also have quite a bit of fondness for its sequel, Illusion of Gaia or Illusion of Time. Go ahead and get that up. There we go. So this is another one I've played more than a few times. As per usual, we'll have to see whether or not my memory actually holds up. Always a huge question. But this one will be enjoyable. So I would, this time, like to do the Red Jewel dungeon. I think I remember where all the red jewels are, but I can't guarantee that. So I have a list of them pulled up here on the side. We're gonna see if I actually remember where they all are, or if I have to look some up. But I've got that ready to go, and I'll probably be checking that as we go through. We'll just start. Okay, new journey, looks good. Cool. My name is Will. A year has passed since I went to the Tower of Babel with my father. My father and his party met with disaster. Somehow, I made it back to Southgate. I still can't believe my father is gone. I'll never believe it. When I grow up, I'll be an explorer and see the world. Somewhere, I will meet my father. That's all for today's lesson. You four do your best not to fall behind. Demons have appeared outside of town. It's a very casual sentence to throw out. If you go very far, you must go with your parents. I'll see you guys at the usual place. I have to go home first. I'll see you guys there later. If you don't hurry home, your mother will think that you were kept after school. Eric, you little shit. Like always, cave at the seashore. Alright, Lance, you got it. Oh, Will, please recite with me. The world shines on brightly through eternity. So, as per usual with schools, there's a rooftop access, as you would expect. Hey, Will, how many times have I told you not to come up here? You have a habit of jumping down from places. Well, I guess I can't really stop you. And of course, we have our obligatory top of the school passage to an alternate dark world universe, as you have. Oh. Pause, I skipped right past it. Oh, it said you only get to read that once. Whoopsie doodles. Hold on a sec, let me see if I can trick it into doing it again. Nope, okay. Well, this is Gaia, who basically is the... never actually was sure exactly what Gaia was. The creator of everything. She watches over the universe, lives here in this dark space, gonna help us throughout the journey. Don't worry too much about it. You know, standard stuff. Woo! You look like a fast runner. To run, push the control pad twice. Yep, already know that. Let's see, that's the door back to the school. Hey! Hold it. Many demons are prowling around outside the town. Didn't your teacher warn you not to leave town without your parents? I travel around to people's houses selling weapons used to fight demons. You know what? I never thought of that. How come in fantasy RPGs there aren't more traveling weapon salesmen? That seems like it would probably be a booming business. We may live in troubled times, but I won't sell a weapon to a child. I would like one though, please. Okay. I'm worried. There's been a lot of strange merchants lately doing business. Is that all? I mean, they're just people trying to make an honest buck. Nice smell. There's no stove, so I'm cooking in this pot. Well, oh, sure, buddy. Okay. Oh, this is my house. The pie that Grandma Lola is making smells really great. Welcome home, Will. Dinner isn't ready yet. Go outside and play for a while. Heck yeah, Grandma's awesome. Coming home at this hour probably means you had to stay after school again. Ah, excellent. Even if a boy can't study, he should show a little initiative. Yeah, that's it. That's it. Definitely it there, Grandpa Bill. Don't worry about it. Are you Gem? Yep, I am the jeweler Gem. I control the 7 seas. Wait, really? At no point in this game do you ever see this guy control the 7 seas. What's your business? I just wanted to see you. Is that right? How do you do? Once you hold up the red jewels, you'll have to come running to my place. That's a hell of a sentence. I am a famous master of disguises. If you saw me in another town, you wouldn't know me. But you don't have any red jewels. Let me give you some. But... okay. No sooner was the door to Seth's house opened than a jar came flying out. Good lord, having a lot of trouble with the plural. What's wrong with having a little fun with my hard-earned money? Damn right, buddy. It's no joke, that man. I put up with it for Seth's sake, but if it weren't for him, I'd have left long ago. Ah, I see we have a wonderful, happy marriage here. We're just gonna leave that. I feel sorry for Seth. I understand why. He hates to see his parents fighting every day. My astronomer friend said something very strange. A star is approaching the Earth. Yep, I don't care about you, sir. This is Lance's house. He lives here with his frail mother. Your father has been lost at the Tower of Babel for a year now. I mean, it's some good exposition, but man, that's a way to open a conversation. It seems like only yesterday. Isn't there one down here somewhere? Ah, okay. Found a red jewel. I envy you when I see the sea breeze blowing your hair like that. Not like mine under this scarf. Well, you could probably take it off. Or not, you know. I mean, whatever works for you. I've always wondered what in the hell this is supposed to be. I mean, I get that these directly to the character's left are stairs. And I guess this is supposed to be a wooden walkway. But why? Why is there this weird wooden walkway over on top of this house? How long have we been playing this? It's strange. This game is like red light, green light. Only me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. My friend Eric lives here. This is the biggest house in South Cape. Will envied people born to rich families. Look, some people get good spawn RNG. What are you gonna do about it? Eric's mother. Don't worry, I'm not on fire. It's just a treatment for my sore body. Cleaning this big house all day makes my brain ache. Okay. Sure, we can roll with that. It's the little things in life that make you rich or poor. Well, heard any good stories? No, it's pretty much money in life that makes you rich or poor. Everyone is jealous of this big house. It's nothing. We moved to this town before anyone else. I mean, fair. Oh, was that everything in South Cape? That's the cave by the seashore where we're gonna meet up with our friends. Gosh, I can't pull it up. Oh, Jesus. This fisherman. We'll have to deal with him in a second. Seaside Cave. It was natural for the four friends to call this seaside cave their second home. Usually, when lessons were done at school, they gathered there to talk and play games until sundown. What is it, Will? It's late. I'm playing cards with Seth. Like, give me a minute. Ah, I'm gonna win again for sure. Suddenly, Eric rushed in with a desperate look on his face.
News! Big news! The Princess of Edward Castle has run away. They say she came to South Cape.
That's it? You came in such a hurry that I thought something really big had happened. Princess is probably that spoiled girl Kara, the one you liked so much.
Liar! Maybe the soldiers will come here looking for her. The soldiers from Edward Castle look so cool. I want a steel helmet too. Eric, you little...
And I thought everyone would be surprised. I'm not interested in girls. Hell yeah, Seth. I like adventures better. Even better. Hell yeah. Well, get over here and sit next to Eric. Everyone's here. What should we do today?
I want to see Mill's mysterious power. You haven't seen it? He can move things without touching them.
He moved the statue that's in the corner of the cave. Will, show me again. So this is one of the big puzzle elements. You get tons of these little statue guys scattered across many dungeons. And Will has a flute. You can spin your flute. You can also play the flute, though that doesn't happen until later. But by spinning the flute at things, you can pull them. That's actually a really neat way of introducing you to that mechanic, because if they did not present that, I don't know how anyone would ever figure that shit out. If only I could do that. Next, pick a card. Any card. I'll put 4 cards face down. Pick the one that you think is the ace of diamonds. So let's see, we're gonna pick, we got 4, second from the right. Will picks up a card. It's the ace of diamonds, of course. This ultimately is one of the examples of choice not mattering in a game. Regardless of which one you pick, the game just says it's the ace of diamonds. But it's another little establishing bit of like Will is supposed to have some sort of psychic power, though it's never truly explained. Ah, right.
I'm speechless. Hey Seth, this is some type of psychic power, right?
Yeah, it must be some kind of psychic power thing. If I didn't know better, I'd think it was magic. Most people have 5 senses: sight, hearing, taste, smell, and touch. I think Will's psychic power is some kind of 6th sense. He unfortunately does not see dead people. That happens. What Seth says is too complicated for me to understand. That's okay, Lance. We love you anyway. I know counting to 5 is pretty hard. Seth, let's play one more game. You know, you're playing a card game. You still have 3 cards just scattered on the ground here. One more game with Seth and I'm going home. Ah, I'm gonna win again. Oh boy. It was already dark by the time Will left the cave. So this is one I actually found out totally by accident my very first time playing the game. So this little fisherman, we're trying to collect all the red jewels. We've got a red jewel there. We're trying to get all of them. This fisherman actually fishes up in a pot one of the red jewels. Every time you enter or exit an entrance in South Cave, this guy shows up in one of three positions. He'll show up here, he'll show up here, or he'll show up right here outside of the cave, pull up a pot, and that's where you get the red jewel. The very first time I played the game, completely by coincidence, I walked out of the seaside cave after that sequence, and on the first try he had already pulled up the pot. Since he has not, we're gonna have to spam enter and exit this until he shows up where I need him to be. So let's see. First, let me remind myself that he does actually change positions here. We may have to wait until it's day out again. I don't totally remember. Oh. Nope. Okay, we sent the red jewel to Gem the Jeweler. Does he actually not do it when it's dark out? Because I know you can spam in and out to get him to move, at least at certain points. Give it another attempt or two here to see if he moves. Oh, nope, okay, he is moving. It's just a very low percentage that he shows up in the right spot. So now I'm not going to run over there. We're just going to spam in and out. Nope. 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 Like, for a long time, I actually didn't know how lucky I was the first time I played the game that dude just popped there. I believe the second time, I kept expecting and, like, waiting for him to show up, and I thought that, like, the game had glitched out when he didn't, but it turns out it was, in fact, just pure randomness that he shows up in the correct spot. Come on. Do it. Do it! Nope. Nope. And unfortunately, for some reason, he is programmed to show up in this spot a very low chance. Come on. Come on. You know you want to. Come on. Oh, damn it! Oh, that's what happens when you get impatient. Okay, needed. But there are actually a lot of fun little secret type things programmed into this game that are either time or just kind of random chance based, and you kind of have to know that they're there. Come on, buddy. Can't believe I already blew it. Come on. You know you want to. All the fish are over here. And by that, I mean that pot, which is the only thing you ever fish up. It's only on this part of the dock. You know you want to be over here. Oh, I regret everything I've done in life. Meanwhile, Lance, Eric, and Seth all look at Will like he has schizophrenia because he just keeps walking in and out of this cave for no reason that they are aware of. Oh man, we had it, and now it's just a run of atrocious RNG. Jesus.
God damn it, I did it again!
It takes so long that I get so used to hitting up to go back in that I don't leave a pause long enough to actually check and register when he's in the spot. And then I have to slow down and pay attention. And then I start hitting down the second I'm in the cave to try and do it faster. Because I'm getting impatient. But then I don't leave the pause when I leave the cave, I just immediately start moving up again to try and move up and down quicker. And it screws me over. I've already done it twice, and now I'm very annoyed. Come on. Okay. He lifted the strange teapot. And Red Jewel. Well, that took an embarrassing long time. So let's go talk with Gem here. You have one. Let me give you the second red jewel. What's your inventory? Okay, so you get an herb at 3, defense boost, life boost, strength boost, psycho power, dark power, and then his secrets, which is the secret level with 50. Right. Now, I'm pretty sure you're supposed to be able to have 3 by this. As long as you get the pot. Wait, wasn't there... Hold on. Red jewel on the bell on top of the school, right? Alright, so we now have the herb. Nice. So now we gotta go home and have something. Oh, there's a pig in my house. The pig's wrecking the room! Not only is there a pig in my house, it's ruining it. But why is there a pig in my house? The truly deep philosophical questions. Oink, oink. Ah, there's 2 pigs in my house. Oh, no, wait. Hamlet, you shouldn't snort at strangers. Is this your house? Yeah, so? No girls allowed. Frankly, you look a little shabby. Well, excuse me. Your father? Mother? Not here, huh? You stop talking about my absent parents. They went out to get milk. Is this a picture of your parents? Well, my father's an explorer. He, I know, Ullman, the explorer. They say he was lost. He'll come back someday. He has to go get cigarettes. Are you sad? No. I'd be sad if it were me. I'm sorry.
Anyway, is there a piano here? The whiplash! This conversation is... No, there isn't. But Grandma Lola is a great singer. They're singing upstairs now. They have such loud voices. Welcome home, Will. When I sing opera, I lose track of the time. Dinner's not quite ready yet.
Oh my, I haven't sung like this in a long time. Your grandmother Lola used to be a singer. I fell in love with her voice. That's why I married her.
Aha, oh you, bringing up a thing like that. Well, you shouldn't be surprised to hear that. The girl who was singing with me a minute ago... where'd she go? No!
A scream from downstairs. It's that girl screaming. No, Grandpa Bill, it's the pig. Princess, I've been looking for you.
I don't know you. Be gone!
What are you saying? If I don't take you home, I'll lose my head? I don't think that's a question. I think that's a statement. But okay.
What do I care if you lose your head?
Bitch! Princess! Do you think I have nothing better to do than chase you down? Every damn time? I must take you home. It's the king's orders.
I'm sorry I lied to you. I'm King Edward's daughter, Kara. Will, I feel as though we've met before.
Pig's just going out the door, huh?
I feel as though we've met before, as if we're good friends.
You called me shabby and then talked about my gone, absent parents. So, that girl likes to play practical jokes. Grandpa Bill, you've seen some shit, haven't you? To just be totally unfazed by that. He's seen some shit.
Edward Castle. There's a big viaduct under the castle. Your grandfather designed it.
What? Really? Yep. There's a prison under the castle. It's built like a maze to keep the prisoners from escaping. I feel bad that I built a prison where people disappear and are never heard from again. Yeah, Grandpa Bill's seen some shit.
Enough serious talk. Let's eat dinner. I've made a delicious pie. Let's sit at the table upstairs.
Was there a table upstairs? Will, do you think Lola's meals have been a little strange lately? Last night, licorice and rice. Before that, mouse fritters. I can't stand it anymore. Sometimes old people, if they're surrounded by problems, get a little forgetful. I believe that's called Alzheimer's, Grandpa Bill, not old people being surrounded by problems. Maybe there's something bothering her that she can't talk about. We sat down to a feast of snail pie with whipped cream. I only got one piece, but Grandpa Bill ate half the pie. That night, Will dreamed that Kara and he took a trip around the world. And the next morning, something began to happen. I had more snail pie for breakfast. I left you a slice. Just one, though.
Good morning, Will. A letter has come for you from King Edward.
This is what is written in the letter. Bring the crystal ring from Oldman's Things to Edward Castle. King Edward.
I've been in a bad mood ever since I saw this letter. Oh, Will, I'll teach you a spell. When I'm upset, humming this tune makes me feel better.
Lola hummed a strange melody.
That's pretty.
Even though Will had never heard it before, it seemed oddly familiar. You've learned Lola's melody. That's not really a spell. I learned a melody. Yep. Okay, order. There. He softly played the melody he had learned from Lola, but nothing happened. Alright, so at this point, there's nothing left for us to do in South Cape. Talk to this guy. King Edward has summoned you to the castle. Well, just be careful. Okay, let me quickly check here. Because I think we do have a brief moment where we come back to South Cape. No, there's only 3 red jewels in South Cape. Awesome. Love that. This is King Edward's castle. I must report this intrusion. Will shows the letter to the guard. A guest of the king. I'm sorry. You may pass. Oh, well, thank you. This is King Edward's castle. Go to the 2nd floor if you want to meet King Edward. Thank you, random guard. Recently, a hunter was hired. I wonder what the king is thinking. King Edward is having breakfast. Wait a while, then enter. Now, where is... Here? Ah. Don't raise your voice and mind your manners. In exchange, I'll give you 1 red jewel. Nice. Yeah, so, for whatever reason, you have the 2 guards who accost you when you first try to enter. The guard on the left kind of walks towards King Edward's room. The guard on the right comes over here and just hides behind this pillar for some reason. I don't know what he's thinking. This is the underground prison. Innocent people can't enter. We said so there is definitely true. There are no innocent people in the underground prison. So you're Will. You were summoned by King Edward. Be careful when you meet him. Why? Should I be worried? I love you. Well, he's shy. I'm glad that somewhere in the world there's someone who's thinking of me. This is the princess's room. Strangers can't enter. Who is it? A guest? This is just a shabby boy. Look, it's laundry day and I didn't have anything nicer. It's me, Kara. Oh, that voice. Let him in, or I'll tell everyone your old nickname. Oh, pardon me. Please enter. Nope, damn it. Okay, gotta be way more careful. Like, every button just starts skipping dialogue. I was told to bring the crystal ring to King Edward. Terrible! It's terrible! Again, my father is trying to take something important from someone. I've escaped from the castle before, now they won't let me go out. Recently, something very strange has happened in the castle. My mother has hired a famous hunter. It's ominous. Princess, let's go. I feel scared. My father and mother seem to have changed. Please save me. Take me out of here. Please! Princess?
Please come back, Will.
I don't see your pet pig anywhere. Our business is finished. Get out. Okay, okay. I guess let's go check and see if King Edward is done with breakfast here. Oh, the interview room is before you. Climb the stairs to meet the king. All right. So you are Will. Sorry to have kept you waiting. Let's go see King Edward. If you want to see the king, keep your wits about you. Why? Why? I mean, he called me here.
The king sent you the letter. Talk to him.
King Edward and Queen Edwina. Okay. Your Will, you look so shabby. It's laundry day. Well, did you bring the crystal ring? Oh yeah. I kinda didn't even bother to look for it. How dare you say such a thing to me? Guards, throw this impudent weasel in prison. Then go to Will's house and find the ring. Yes, sir.
But innocent people can't go into prison. He said so. Ma'am, save me.
Did you say ma'am?
No, the guard said innocent people are not allowed in prison.
God damn it. I wonder why I have to suffer so. Because Will, sometimes that's just how shit works out. I wonder what will become of me now. Anyway, I have to think of a way to get out of here. Someone was chained to this ball. Definitely not an innocent person, though. That's impossible. This moss has seen thousands of prisoners come and go. Those prisoners must have been encouraged by any sign of life. I don't know about that. It's locked. Yep. So at this point, we can do nothing. This is actually yet another one of the early and somewhat interesting mechanics. That is time-based. Where this soldier finally comes in and says something. There is nothing you can do to trigger it. No amount of running around and spamming buttons does anything. You have to wait until the game decides you can move forward. A soldier's whisper comes from a hole in the ceiling. It's today's ration of bread. Even moss drinks water. Will tastes some of the bread. The bread is hard. It's the worst thing he's ever tasted. Didn't you just eat snail pie and licorice and rice? I don't know if that's actually the worst thing he's ever tasted. For some reason, he really misses Grandma Lola's creative cuisine. Oh, damn it. It pains me to think of the prisoner's feelings, not knowing what they should do. While I was trying to think of a way out, I drifted off to sleep. Well, so we have a paradox here. Either there are innocent people in this dungeon, or I am not innocent. No, that can't be that. A familiar voice speaks from the flute. Will, this is your father. No! Actually, I like my father, so that's probably a good thing. Father? You were a cute child. Thanks. At least you're the first person to not call me shabby looking. But now you've grown up. Isn't Grandma Lola's pie delicious? Sure, Dad. Where are you? I can't tell you now. I have something to ask of you. Listen. Yeah, sure. Okay, we'll listen. I want you to save me. You were supposed to be out getting cigarettes. Why do you need me to save you? I too was once held in this cell. Look at the left-hand wall. But it's blocked off. Luckily, I have psychic powers. This? Have you heard anything from Grandpa Bill? Grandpa? He was an architect. Your grandpa knows the secret of that stone. Secret? Starting now, you will encounter a terrible thing. Do I have to? A good question. Yes, shut up. Pick up the stone your enemy left. The power of the crystal is contained there. That power will prove to be your ally. You must make a pilgrimage to the ruins of the world to find the mystic statues. The closer you get to the crystal, the stronger the evil power will be. And I need to do this. Why? Will, no time. Quickly, first, to the Incan ruins. The flute's voice fades and disappears. Oink, oink. I wonder if this is Kara's pig. I mean, I assume King Edward just allows pigs randomly around his castle. It could be anybody's pig, really. What luck! There's a letter and a key tied to its tail. The letter read, "Sorry to hear that you're in prison. It's terrible what my father's done. They're not supposed to put innocent people in prison. But hear what I have to say. I too am a prisoner, in a prison of silk and gold. But tonight I will leave the castle forever. You will also be free, Kara." How do you know that? You have the key. Can I? Oh, right, I have to actually... As he turns the prison key, the steel door opens with a dull sound. Nice. I don't need anyone's help. I can get out by myself. You sure, buddy? Okay. I'll leave the door open for you. Just you come out on your own time. Wow, they even chained up the dark space. Damn, King Edward's good. I am Gaia, the source of all life. I'll give you some advice. When you defeat all the enemies in an area, you will get a jewel that increases your abilities. Push the start button to see the locations of your enemies. Find the demons and defeat them. Record what's happened so far.
Yeah, sure, why not?
Thanks, Dark World Omnipotent Being. I appreciate it. Let's see. Was there... No, okay, I think it's at the tail end. Where there's something hidden in a barrel. Yep, I can see where all the enemies are. Ooh, life up. Very nice. Your HP power has increased. When you defeat all of the enemies around you, a jewel will appear. Yeah. Neat lighting effects there on the torches. It's not really a flame, but looks pretty neat. Now you can also use your Psychic Spinny ability to block projectiles, which means that it does actually have some applicability outside of just occasionally moving things to solve puzzles. Come on, I know you're there. However, sometimes the perspective decides, I'm gonna shoot over your blocking and screws you anyway. Happens. 2D game trying to do essentially a 3D perspective and all that. Skeleton. Ooh, attack power up. Very nice. Strength has increased. So now we're doing 2 damage a hit, where previously we were doing 1. Up, but right... Hey, what are you doing? So if I hit the dandelion, it starts talking to me. You know, standard stuff. Put it right there. So that... You actually wind up doing quite a bit of statue moving throughout the game, and they do actually make some fairly interesting puzzles out of it, which is fun. Alright. Good lord. I really wish they didn't make it so that every single button goes straight through dialogue. I'm gonna skip so much dialogue, because I'm just not expecting it to show up. Skeleton. Come on. Now these little... I don't even know what these are supposed to be. They're buttons. I don't know what in the hell they're actually supposed to look like, though. Open the chest. Get another herb. Very nice. Darn it. They didn't get him before he went back in. There we go. Oop, defense power. Love that. Oh, dear lord, we have spears falling from the sky. As a reminder, Grandpa Bill designed this place. Grandpa Bill is a sadistic bastard. Brown bat. Another HP increase. But yeah, actually, one of the things that I always loved about the Quintet series that very, very few action RPGs do is try to incentivize you to actually fight the enemies. When you defeat the enemies, yeah, I know. Collect 100, okay, yeah. Even if you're defeated. So at current, we have 0 extra lives. You can see that in the center at the top of the screen, where it says DP, which I think is dark power. On the left is extra lives. On the right is number of dark power jewels you've collected. Another red jewel, love that. But that's one of the things about so many ARPGs, is that they give you no incentive to ever deal with enemies besides bosses. I mean, even like the Zelda games. For regular enemies, occasionally there's a reason to, like if you need to kill an enemy to get an item, or kill all the enemies to open a door. But a lot of the time, you can just run straight past them with no repercussion and no reason to stop. Flower in the corner. Try playing the flute. Play the melody. Okay, so we need... Okay, I already have it selected. He softly played the melody he had learned from Lola. He heard a soft voice from somewhere. Go to the right switch on the right-hand wall. The door won't open unless you push this switch on the count of 3. When I shout, push the switch. I'll count 1, 2, 3. Don't make a mistake. Just in case. Okay, viewers, make sure they've just explained to you how to count to 3. Don't screw it up. Okay, 1, 3. Oh, wait, damn it. Wait, I told you have to push them at the same time. The door won't open unless you push this switch on the count of 3. When I shout, push the switch. Okay. 1, 2, 5. Oh, damn it. Okay, hold on. We got this. 1, 2, 3. Oh, good lord. I was actually like a 1 frame too early. Stop! The door is open. Go in. Mysterious music. Did you do this, flower? Who do you think hit the left switch? I think it was the flower. Oh boy, we got a whole bunch of them right in here. Ah, you got me. So we need to hop in here, and now... It looks like you're hurt. Close your eyes. I am Gaia, the source of all life. I'll give you some advice. Your shape is only temporary. Try standing in front of the statue next to you. Record what's happened so far. Will hears a voice in his head. Will, I've been waiting a long time for you to come. I am Frieden. I am eternal. Let me help you on your journey. As time goes by, you'll come to understand my nature. Will gradually loses consciousness. Oh, hell yeah. So Frieden is basically badass Will. Nah, we're good. He is bigger, beefier. I believe he both does more damage and has higher defense than Will. And he has a significantly longer reach with that badass sword. Oh yeah, he does 3 attacks, so at the very least, he definitely has more attack than Will. I believe he has also more defense. Brown skeleton. Brown enemies are much stronger. Ah! Frieden got that stride going on. And he does still... Frieden just puts his sword out. Or actually, I'm not entirely sure... Yeah, that's just like the hilt of his sword glowing there. Frieden does also retain will psychic power type things. Red jewel, nice. Ooh, more defense power. Love it. When the enemies are destroyed, Will can return to his original shape. But why would you when you could be Frieden? Unfortunately, the game does not allow you to take Frieden out of dungeons. I don't know why. Actually, I know exactly why, but if it were me, I wouldn't change shape back to Will. I just saying. I know there's something in it. Okay, red jewel. Perfect. Hold on a sec. I'm going to check the chart because there are some places in the game you can go back to at later points, and some you're basically immediately locked out of. When you leave this screen, you can no longer get into this dungeon. So let me quickly check Edward's prison here. Yep. Okay, we're good. We are on track. Oh, hey, I saw you, but I'm surprised. You can change your shape like me? No, you change into a dandelion or something. I change into a badass warrior. I'm Lily, an eatery girl protected by the flower spirit. How? How do you know a melody you could only have heard from us? I learned it from Grandma Lola. She hummed it whenever she was upset. I've had some of her pie. It tastes rather unusual, doesn't it? She's made snail pie more than once? You know my grandmother? Yeah, that too. Actually, she asked me to rescue you. The Elder is calling. I have to go. We'll meet again. Bye, Will. Oh, okay. You know, sure. Why not? Okay, we did that. Got all sorts of cool stuff. Hold on. Never need to look at that again. Of course, you notice that to get to the underground dungeon has a guard in front of it, but only during the day. At night, you don't need to guard it, the demons do all the work for you. Let's go visit King Edward. Okay, apparently all the guards are sleeping. Ah, it's you! You've escaped from the prison. That's what I say. Run from this castle. It'd be terrible if King Edward found you here. This soldier's a bro. He is openly defying the king to help us escape. That's a bro move right there. Are you going to take Kara out of the castle? Don't let the king find you. Please take care of the princess. Okay, maybe it's not the one soldier. Apparently everyone in this castle hates the king. How has he not been overthrown yet? I love you. You need to find better guards. Like when you take over for your father, just execute all of them. Of course, you've come! Thank you! Was the guard asleep outside? His nickname is Old Snorehead. Sleeping again. Your little pig has come. His name is Hamnet. Cute, isn't he?
He's very smart. He has some kind of strange pig power. Please, take me out of here. All right. And out we go. Oh, wait. It will be a long trip. We should take food. Would you go to the cellar with me? Of course. As per usual, woman can't go on a trip without bringing enough adequate provisions. Very important.
You found a large, yummy roast leg of yak.
That is actually something I remember about this game. It has a lot of references to food, and it's all really weird. Everything's ready. Let's go before the soldiers find us. The soldiers are probably going to be asleep for the next 6 to 8 hours. We're good. Don't worry about it. At last, we leave. Let's go to your house. I'm worried about your grandparents.
They hurry to Will's. Will's house.
What's happened? It looks like a pig came through here and ruined everything. It's awful. Who would do such a thing?
Hamlet?
My grandparents. Grandpa Bill. Why are you calling him Grandpa Bill? He ain't your grandpa. Grandma Lola! Oh, look upstairs. You do that. Are they in the pot? Nope. Under the table? Nope. In the barrel? Oh, nope. Completely missed another line of dialogue. Happens. What happened? Look at the wall! This mark! A jackal! The jackal's here! Jackal? He's the hunter hired by my mother! I thought your father did that. I don't know. An evil man who will stop at nothing! Once he starts after you, there's no stopping him. He has no regard for human life. He's an asshole. My grandpa and grandma.
Don't worry, you two. They're dead. You're the one who...
Who are you?
I'm Will's friend.
Lily, do you know anything about this? It's okay. Your grandpa and grandma are safe. Good lord. Okay, we gotta be very careful here. Your village?
Eatery Village.
I've never heard of this village.
Naturally, my village has a barrier around it. Ordinary people like you can't see it.
Let's go, Will.
Okay.
I'm going too.
It's far too dangerous for a princess.
You can't stop royalty. I can do whatever I want.
Typical of a princess.
I think something good is going to happen.
Do you? Because this seems like a very auspicious start. Before we go to my village, should we meet the townspeople? We might not be back here for a long time. Yeah, I gotta go tell my friends we're bailing out of here. Hold on. Let's see here. Should probably tell the teacher I'm gonna miss school. Hold on. What is it, Will? Looking at your face, I wonder if you're plotting something again. Do you want more detention? Hey, Will, how many times have I okay, that's still just the same jumping down line. Dash Fast runner. Let's give Gem some jewels. Alright, up to 7. Oh, we're over 5 jewels. Okay. Defense power boost. Nice. And then I think so we're at 7. So one more and we get health boost. Let's see Seth's parents. You still fighting each other? Yep. And yep, okay. Hey, buddy. Any luck? Gosh, I can't pull it up. Lots of men have that problem. I think they've made a pill for that. Hey, guys. I'm gonna win again for sure. What happened, Will? You look so gloomy. Something you can't tell us about? It's fine. What's the matter? You're not acting like the same old Will. Even if I move to another place, I can't pull it up. You should try that end of the dock. It worked for you before. Let's see, let's double check on Eric's mom and see if she's still on fire. That's a yes. Alright, so that's pretty much everything going on in South Cape. Are you ready to go? Yes, I am. I think that something wonderful is going to happen. Nope. From here on, there will be many hardships. I mean, Lily is not wrong. You're nitpicking. I don't think you understand what that word means, Kara. That's what I expected. Have you ever been outside the castle? Crazy girl! Are you totally ignorant of the world? Will is my friend, understand? Wait. What does that have to do with anything? Hey, Will, aren't you my friend too? Yeah, of course. I'm glad, Will. Let's go hand in hand. I didn't agree to this. Together, the three set off for Lily's village. Eatery Village. This is my village, but you're probably surprised that there are no houses. Well, try playing the melody that called to me under Edward Castle. Will, where are you? Oh, good lord. Hold on a sec. Ooh. The large roast leg of yak. He softly played the melody he had learned from Lola. The melody, carried on the wind, spread over the meadow. Hot damn! Were you surprised? Yes. There's a barrier around this village. Most people can't see it. The princess is getting to be a bother. I love old JRPG dialogue. I don't know if this is a factor of the translation or just the cartridge size only allowing so much text to fit, but it is so jarring from sentence to sentence. On the road, all I heard was, "My feet hurt. I'm thirsty." I'm tired of hearing it. I can't help it. My feet hurt. Oh, okay. Well, come with me. I'll show you my house. Okay, you two have fun. Red Jewel. The Incas who lived here were a tribe without a written language. Their legends are left in song. Nope, hold on a sec. Even in seemingly meaningless melodies, there is a message. There are no other children Lily's age in the village. Please become friends. Yeah, that's a great reasoning to become friends with somebody. I don't know, there's nobody else. Can you please do it? The rest of us are tired of her ass. Oh, god damn it. You're safe. Good, good. A terrible thing happened to us. A man called the Jackal came to the house with some soldiers. He almost got us. Grandpa panicked. I did not. I destroyed their digestion with a poisoned marsupial pie. Did you already have that ready to go? In preparation? Did they give you enough time to make that? Okay. Then I ran away. Grandpa ran away also like a little bitch. Lily, thank you. I didn't know that Princess Kara came too. We didn't ask her to come along. Will, this is my house. You can look around the village, but then come back here. Lily, wait, I'll go too. Well, that's right, can't you... Or no, okay, it does actually phase you through this woman when you try to land on her. Many people have come here to gather Incan gold. Cortez, Spaniards. But many who set foot in the Incan ruins have never returned. God damn it, Montezuma's revenge again. The ruins are an ancient tomb. Why can't you leave them alone? Because they have good loot. Same with all other tombs. You know, if they didn't get in the habit of burying all their cool shit with them, nobody would want to go in and loot their tombs. It's said that when a messenger appeared... Oh, sorry. It said that a messenger appeared here when the ancient world was about to be destroyed. Then, all around the world, disease and famine began to increase. This planet had always been peaceful. Well, it has a portal to a dark realm in it. Ooh. I am Gaia, the source of all life. I'll give you some advice. Will's power, the Psycho Dash. Well, that means you're giving me power. That's not really advice. It can destroy obstacles. Always be alert. If you find a suspicious place, try to destroy it. Like, how are we defining suspicious? I mean, I find this whole town suspicious. Should I destroy it? You need to be more descriptive here, Gaia. Psycho Dash can now be used. Only young Will can use the Psycho Dash. You can smash walls and obstacles by hurling yourself against them. Use the... Okay, yeah. That's how to do it. But now we have the magic ability of shoulder checking. Bam! Try running down that hill and keep running. You'll be surprised. Alright, buddy. Whatever you say. Whee! I'm surprised. Will hears a quiet voice behind him. You've come, Will. No, I haven't. Oh, we found some ancient ruins in this village here, didn't we? Hey, hold on. Hold on. The power of shoulder checking. You found Incan Statue A. Okay, so that was the... What do you do after? Oh, right. So I don't know... Yeah, even on my end, this spirit never shows up very well because he just kind of blends in with the background. I don't know, he may have been there earlier and I just totally missed him, but... Oh, that's the Incan statue! Good job! I wonder if you were put on this earth to solve the Incan riddle. I'll tell you a legend handed down by our people. Put the statue on the Lorai cliff below the ruins, where the spirit's breath cannot reach. The winds in the valley will lead you to the gold ship. Understand? No. But I'll say yes. It's said that the Moon Tribe has one more. Have Lily guide you there. Be careful. Okay, thank you. Alright, time to go to Lily's house. Apparently, the village elder told me to go seek out some... I don't even know what. I'm afraid that something bad is going to happen. Alright, so let's see. We have Kara, who thinks that something wonderful is going to happen. Lily, who thinks it's all going to go to shit. And Lola, who thinks that something bad is going to happen. We're at a 2 out of 3 majority here. Meet with the elder. He knows something.
It's a great village. The breeze is refreshing.
Thank you, Kara. What? Moon Tribe? I know. Not a tribe. More like a strange shadow form. A high mountain peak near here has become their home. Shall we go? Yeah, may as well. Okay, I'll lead.
I'm going too. I want to see the Moon Tribe. Since I escaped the confinement of the castle, I want to see and hear everything.
No, it's too dangerous for princesses. If you don't want to bother Will, just wait here quietly.
I seem to be the only one left out. I'll go talk to Grandma Lola. Nya nya.
She's sulking. We're gonna have to deal with her later. It's good medicine for a selfish girl. The mountain pass will be difficult, but let's do the best we can. So, Will and Lily go to the peak where the mountain tribe lives. Alright, in the Moon Tribe camp. Home of Moon Tribe. You couldn't come up with a better name than Home of Moon Tribe?
Ah, we've arrived. This is the Moon Tribe's home.
Never really noticed this before. So if you watch the walking animation, actually technically between Will and I think almost everyone else in the game, Will's gait is like probably 1.5 to 2 times faster than everybody else, and yet they all keep up with him. Good evening. Out for a stroll? Who is it? Up, up. This body is lighter than air. What are you? Guess who? I mean, 99% of the time it's an old man's ghost, right? Wrong! Actually, we are the Moon Tribe, also known as Shadows. Ah! The comet is a vehicle of destruction whose evil light has changed all creatures. It is a remnant of the weapon from a terrible battle long ago. The world will be unbearable? Yes, you're bright, but you're still immature. What comet? I feel like we're missing context here. One of my party has been kidnapped. Know your destination? Yes? Maybe someone's chasing you. Okay, we found the crazy Moon Tribe. Wherever there's light, there are shadows. Not if you position the light correctly, but okay. We, who were changed by being bathed in the light only once, will spend our future in a world without light. Oh, that sounds depressing. It comes once every 800 years. This is the 4th time. So they're on year 3200? Or were there years before it started, like, coming? I don't know. The more light that reaches you, the stronger the dark power. What will be born of the light this time? We've transcended time and have lived long. We saw the destruction of the Incan Empire. So you saw Cortez, right? Good lord, now I actually don't remember. Who was the guy who went... Pretty sure that was Cortez. Some Spaniard, who knows. The Incan statue sleeps in the cave below. If you like, we'll give it to you. I would like, thank you. At any rate, go look in the cave. Why do I have a feeling this is a trick? We'll just give you this statue. Go in the cave. Don't turn around. I'll wait here. Thank you, Lily. You are so helpful. This is the final shape of those touched by the comet's light. They are horrible creatures whose hearts are filled with hatred and destruction. If you can destroy them within 20 seconds, I'll give you the Incan statue. What? Wait, why? So am I just clearing the rats out of your basement and you gave me a time limit? Jerk. Alright, so we're just clearing the worms out of his basement. Ah, good boy. Those stupid caterpillars were a huge pain in the ass. Now we don't have to call in an exterminator. Then I'll give you the Incan statue. You've got Incan statue B. That it? Alright, we're good to go. Oh, that statue! You are great! Finally, somebody recognizing my greatness. There are 2 statues. Go to the Incan ruins? Yeah. Yes, my father summoned me. I don't want to fight the demons, but if my father's alive, I'll risk anything to see him. You don't really understand until you lose your parents. Typical. I understand. Let's go to the ruins. Please, losing your parents isn't that bad. Let's go to the ruins. They headed to the Incan ruins. Let me quickly check here. Okay, so yep, there is one in Itri Village. There's one in the Incan Ruins. Oh, and right. There's the one on the gold. Okay. Sorry, I was checking the red jewels there. Especially because the gold ship one is very missable. Entrance to Ruins. Oop. Here's the entrance to the ruins. They say that this is where the puzzle of the Incan legend is hidden. I heard this story from the Elder when I was a child. After being invaded, the Incas decided to leave their native land to find a new world. They secretly built a huge ship and filled it with priceless gold artifacts. But there's no record of the ship leaving. That's probably the Incan gold ship in the story. Lily, this story tells us of the Incans built this giant ship and filled it with gold. I wonder if that's the Incan gold ship mentioned in the story. Nah, no way. Not a chance. I don't think the Elder has ever told that story to any outsider. I wonder what he wants you to do. What do you think he wants me to do, Lily? Just stay up here and let me go beat a dungeon. Oh, God damn it! You're so mean! Leaving me behind! How could you do that? Why are you in a place like this? It's dangerous. Lola told me about this place. I've been waiting. God damn it, Lola. Why did you tell her? I thought you'd left me. You should tell me where you're going. What is Will looking for in the ruins? I can't just wait around and eat while Will is working so hard. I'm waiting here for Will to return. You can't sit around and eat, so you're just gonna sit at the entrance of the ruins. Thank you, Kara, for being helpful. Well, a princess wouldn't understand. I'll wait for you here, okay? Will, I remember what the Elder said. Put the statue on the Lorai cliff below the ruins where the spirit's breath cannot reach. The valley wind will lead you to the gold ship. Well, did you find what you were looking? I haven't gone in yet, Kara. There was a tremendous wind at the Lorai cliff. That's probably what the old man meant by the breath of the spirits. This is the cliff with no wind. My heart beats fast. Mudmen! Oh! Ah! Spear trap! Man, those mudmen like wind up before they move. Nope, you got me. Alright, wasn't quite fast enough to take that out. Ooh, defense power. Nice. Let's see what this is. Or no, you have to find a jewel and put it there. Right. More of the worms. It isn't a fantasy RPG if you don't play Exterminator somewhere. Darn you, mudmen. Man, one of the really cool aspects of the Quintet games is in so many different ways, there's just this cool attention to minor details. The right side of the screen is showing, as a background element, a different screen of the dungeon, which is supposed to be underneath this one. The Lorai cliffs are very vertical, so like you're supposed to feel like you're traveling down the cliffs. So you can actually already see later rooms in the dungeon while walking around in a higher area. I love that. Oh, okay, nothing in there. You found the diamond-shaped block. Also, another bit that's going to be showing up throughout this dungeon, and also kind of throughout the game. So if you look at Will's sprite, you'll notice that he's got like his shirt is kind of flowing in the breeze, his hair. This actually shows up and is a thing at multiple different points. We've actually got one neat little bit for that coming in a touch later, that I'll mention when we get to it. But you'll notice we're indoors, so now there's no breeze affecting his sprite. Where's my diamond-shaped block? Enemies in this, right? And that's a shortcut back up. Yeah, like a lot of our ARPGs at the time, the combat is not a major focus. It's definitely part of it, and there are enemies over time that will cause you to like think about it and try and use abilities differently. But in particular at the beginning, it's not a huge part. Let's use Psycho Dash. In particular, it's like, you know, they maybe could have done something more with the Psycho Dash here, just using it as part of combat, except for the fact that it takes a very long time to charge up. Good lord. Which means maybe it's good for like a single hit at the start of combat, but beyond that, it's kind of useless just because it takes too long. Okay, more attack power. Never gonna say no to more attack power. Ah! Green slimes! Oh no, not the head. Okay, that's a heal. That's actually somewhat rare to get. The enemies on most of the time will just drop the dark power jewels, either the small ones, which are worth 1 in the counter, or the big ones, which are worth 5. But on rare occasion, they do drop that flashy blue and red one, which is actually a heal. God. Again, more of the below level being able to be seen from higher up, just as a neat little background touch. There's something on the ground there. If I can move that gold statue, I can pass. So we're going back up a bit, wipe out this, where does this shortcut go? Okay, that shortcuts me back to here. Now, at this point, we are going to go down. Because I don't actually think that this door goes anywhere. I think this is a short little path, and you're actually supposed to find out that you can drop down to get to the next area. An explorer who sought the Incan gold ship. In the skeleton's hand is some kind of charm. Inside it is a scrap of paper with this written on it. Father, please come home alive. Mana. When you find the gold ship, buy a crook. Savas. You'll see what a crook is later. I don't think we can Psycho Dash. Good lord. I'm on. There we go. Actually, I can just pull these ones. Yeah, so Will's psychic moving ability can only be used to pull things, not to push things. So usually when you start seeing like the cracked statues in your path, you just have to Psycho Dash your way through them to progress. However, as we were previously warned, many people have sought the Incan gold ship. None return. Ooh, okay. This room. This is a room where I got stuck for quite a while as a kid because I did not understand what it wanted. So, actually I only need 3 of them, so we can use one. These gold statues actually come alive and attack you. And they are actually quite beefy. So what you actually have to do is you have to get, stepping on a gold tile emits a sound. There are 4 gold tiles. Stand on each of the 4 tiles at the same time. So it tells you, okay, yeah, you need to stand on all 4 tiles at the same time, but it doesn't really tell you how. And if you're like me as a kid, you found out, oh, there are gold statues. They're even listed as enemies on the enemy screen. I need to just kill all of these and then figure out what to do with these gold tiles. Nope. Because much like many of the other statues, because they are still statues, you can in fact use Will's power to move them. You just can't get too close, otherwise they come to life and basically render the puzzle unsolvable. Now luckily, I actually only need 3 of these, because I can just step on the 4th one myself. And door opened. Yeah, I got stuck there for a while as a kid, because I couldn't... the whole thought of, oh wait, those are not just enemies. I can actually move them around like the other statues, took me quite a while. An explorer who sought the Incan gold ship. He lost his life in a trap. That he did. That, and then do we get Freedom here? Yes, we do. Now we do have to be a bit careful here. We are going to change into Freedom. Hell yeah. Because Will has the Psycho Dash and can like break the cracked statues. Freedom does not have that ability. So there is, as part of this dungeon and also later dungeons, bits where the game like hides red jewels or other treasures, where you have to be playing one of the characters and have their special ability available to be able to get at it and unlock it. For right now, this dungeon, it's Will, because Frieden hasn't unlocked one yet. Frieden also will get special powers. Oh, and in fact, we can't do this either. The wind in the valley plays a melody. The statue seems to be singing. Wait, are we good? Okay. You've learned the melody of the wind. But actually, so we'll, for instance, select Lola's melody. If I try to play it, well, Frieden doesn't have a flute. So that's, at the moment, that is yet another thing Will can do and Frieden cannot. However, to actually progress further in the dungeon, we need to be Frieden for the moment. Just deselect everything. Because a little bit earlier, there was a head enemy blocked away by some blocks that we were not able to reach with Will. But Frieden has a longer range, so he can. That enemy right here. Ah, can't hide from me now. Got it. Oh, you're gonna hide from me? Come on. There we go. Ooh, extra health point upgrade. Now, ultimately, we do not need to go back to Will for a while yet. And when we do, we can just go back to that previous dark space. At least I don't think there's another space. So naturally, when you're Will and you go into a dark space that has a Frieden statue, if you go back into that same dark space as Frieden, it has a Will statue, so you can transform back and forth. Like, we don't need to find a totally separate dark space that has a Will statue. 16 more enemies in here, huh? Oops, didn't make it up that. Come on, where you at? Okay, that was that one. Is there anything? No, there's nothing over here. Oh, you're not hiding treasure from me. Herb. Herbs are just healing items. If you're running low on health, you can use them to heal. Now we have to... Okay, so these ones, there are a couple of spots where the golden statues will not change the second you walk next to them. They're switch activated. So now all 4 of these are activated, and we need to try and get rid of all of them before they overwhelm me. Nice. Defense boost. Love it. But also, as I pointed out earlier, where Will has wind blowing through his hair and his shirt, Frieden also has his hair and cape affected in the same way. Again, just a fun little detail, even though actually for Frieden, that is almost meaningless. Alright, we have cleared the exterior now. Hold on, was there something down here, or was this to just block your progress? Okay, that's just to divide up the room. Another group that will not move and attack you unless you hit this switch. Is there anything over here? Oh yes, there's a group of enemies. So to get all the... so my understanding of the bonuses is, naturally, I always like to get the bonuses as I go, like the stat increase bonuses. My understanding is that the game doesn't actually let you miss any of these. If you go through the dungeon, and like by the time you're at the end, there's anything you haven't collected, when you fight the boss, or when you beat the boss, it will actually give you all of the upgrades you missed to make sure that you don't fall behind, which is kind of nice. But that means fighting the boss is usually much, much harder. There's some kind of journal. Note about the Incas. They have no written language. They've left their legends in sound. I have succeeded in deciphering the Incan melody of the wind. Chant in the golden room. Does that mean to play the melody of the wind? What do you think it means? Red jewel, love it. So let's see, that should be, I believe, the only one in... More attack power, love it. Now here is a point where it will allow you to transform back into Will. We're not going to at this moment. Actually... Are we already at... Let's clear our way through the fight with Freedom. There we go. Ooh, HP upgrade. Love that. Oh, okay. So, as you remember I demonstrated earlier, Frieden does not have a flute. So that room there was the golden room, which, as the lovely journal on this poor doomed explorer told us, you need to play the melody of the wind. So we do have to go back to Will here for a moment. Was there actually anything in this room beyond just the ton of gold tiles? I don't think there was. No. So we need to play Melody of the Wind. When touched by the echo of the flute, the gold block began to glow. Now this is another thing that the game just doesn't tell you, and another point where I got fairly stuck. There it goes. This is another timed thing. Once it starts to glow, you just have to stand on it and wait until the door opens. Naturally, being the impatient child I was when I first played this game, I wasn't really in the mood to have to sit there and wait for things, so I got very confused and thought the game was broken. Basically until I got very frustrated and then just accidentally sat on the tile long enough and it just happened. Okay, so this gives you a Frieden transformation back. We will, of course, be going back to Frieden as often as possible. So this is a neat little point. So again, if you look here, you can see the wind blowing Frieden's hair and cape, but if you climb down to here, it does not. Now, if you remember the ancient Incan legend, we need to place the statues where the spirit's breath does not reach, where there is no wind. So we're going to take Inca, I believe this one is B, yes. Go back up, clear wind. Once again, on top of the head, no wind, nothing blowing around. Incan statue A. So let's go ahead and pop a save because I know what comes next. But that's actually just a... Oh, I completely skipped past that without reading it. Are you going to tell me it to me again? Okay. I am Gaia, the source of all life. I'll give you some advice. Then you will fight a huge enemy. Thank you for the warning that there's going to be a boss fight. When he suffers damage, rays of light will shoot from his head. If you suffer damage, hide behind him. Then go. But so at this point, you are actually free to choose to fight this boss as either Will or Frieden, and whichever one you want. We will of course be doing it as Frieden. We need to let the wind carry us over to the boss. Hold on. Is there anything up here, or... This is just a kind of a way to get back by being able to jump down. Nope. Alright, on to the boss fight. Go ahead and equip an herb. Oh no! Now the game says and gives you the advice to hide behind him. I've never done this, and I've never actually found much of a reason to do it. Like, I don't find that it's actually all that... Okay, this, however... In particular, because you can't dodge the fire when you're behind him. Oh, that wasn't enough. Oops, my bad. Like, on the bottom, if you go down, you can dodge these fire things running side to side. If you're on the top, you can't dodge those. Good lord, I walked right into it. Okay, we're gonna have to do a third round. Oh dear god. Get the hand. Get the hand. No, we're still doing alright. Oh, he got me. Come on. There we go. Alright, and first boss down. After the demon disappears, Will returns to his original shape. Again, why? Just stay as Frieden. Jump down. Sure hope there's something at the bottom of this pit. This is the Incan gold ship? What? I feel like someone's there. Look! Look! The king has returned! And he's much shorter. First I'm shabby looking, and now I'm short. Great. It's the king! You're safe. I'm the king? Hell yeah. King, you're safe. Now we can set sail. Come back here. It's a happy occasion. We have waited for you for such a long time. The queen is in her stateroom. Please show her that you're okay. Oh, King, looking around the ship. But I expect you're tired. Look around, then rest in this bed. Let's see, what all you got? Where's all the treasure? Oh, look at all this gold treasure. Why must we flee? It's our home. The mystic statue is in this box. Preparations are being made to set sail. Well, are you going to the crow's nest? You can watch the ship set sail. It's a mystic statue. Nice. My dad said we have to collect all of these. This is very important. Well, let's go talk to the queen and see who I'm married to. Through the darkness, a bright light is visible in front of the cave. As the ship set sail, that light represented the freedom we had just won. The queen is still wearing the ring she got from the king. I'm the king, though. That's right. It's the ring he gave her when they were separated by the invaders. Since then, she has thought of nothing but him. Good. You have returned safely. As you were told, until now I've been guarding the mystic statue of the wind. That's the statue you were awarded by the spirits. It's in the jewel box in the storehouse below. Look for yourself. Yeah, I already got it. Thank you, though. Alright, well, let's go to the crow's nest and watch the ship take off. Or set sail, I guess. Oh, short king! Short king? Oh, short king! Look there! The ship is coming out of the cave! After living in darkness for so long, the brightness is like a new beginning. How can invaders come to destroy a world as beautiful as this? Oh, it's pretty easy. You probably had, like, gold. I mean, for millennia, that was more than enough of an excuse. You got anything new to say, Queen? Nope. Okay. I guess it's time to take a nap. We are now the king of the Incas, as was preordained. I fell into a deep sleep and was pulled inside a dream. Oh, hi, Mom. Mother? Will's mother, Shira. Look in the sky. The comet is so beautiful. Are we talking the comet that the Shadow People or Shadow Tribe told me is going to come down and turn everyone into monsters? After years and years, the comet approaches Earth, then recedes. Some say it's an unlucky star. Some say it's a lucky star. I think the people it turns into monsters would agree it's an unlucky star, but I think it's unlucky. Alright, then hope that the bad luck doesn't come. Will, I am always watching over you.
Will! Will, wake up!
Yes, my subjects, what do you want?
Oh, Lance, what are you doing here?
You were acting strange, so we followed you. Then we reached a strange town.
Wait, don't call it strange, I was born there.
It's invisible. I'd call that pretty strange.
Will, you can't go on a journey without telling us.
I tried, but you were busy playing cards with Seth. Since we're friends, we have to share good times and bad. This is where the Inca was standing.
Well, he ain't standing no more.
You're back so late. The Elder must have read your fortune. He said that you were floating alone on the sea. I was so surprised. How did you get here, by the way? Did you take a boat? How is it that all of you come to be on my boat? Hey, Seth. I found a strange jewel on board the ship. I'll give it to you. Will gets a red jewel. Thank you, Seth. But what about the guy up in the crow's nest? Okay.
I was surprised. Oh, it's you, Will. Don't scare me.
Do you always reply, I'm surprised when people scare you? Most people would just kind of, react and would not say, I'm surprised. The ship is looking distinctly less gold in the modern day.
They perished waiting for the king's return. I can't stand anything that disrupts people's peaceful lives.
The queen's mummy sleeps silently. There's a gold ring on her long, slender, bony finger.
That ring must be one of the artifacts put on this ship.
This is the most valuable of all the artifacts.
Many people have lost their lives trying to get rich by finding this ring. I want the ring. It's so pretty. I really must have it.
Kara.
This ring is the most valuable thing on the ship. Thousands of people have lost their lives trying to do nothing but obtain this one ring. I want it. Mine, 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 mine.
Have you no shame? You could be cursed.
What?
No. Maybe it belongs to Riverson. In this part of the ocean, there are fish that are as dangerous as, sharks! Sharks are fish. Pretty sure. Oh boy. Are you okay? Ah! That's Seth! It's coming from the deck! Come on, Lance. What happened to Seth? Something happened?
Hey, it's Seth! A huge, enormous, giant fish ran into the ship. Seth fell in the water. He was swallowed.
What was that?
It's that fish again. We'll all be dessert.
Stop crying and grab this or you'll fall overboard. Up, too late. Oh, well, everybody's overboard. We're all getting eaten by the giant fish. We're not dead. And I wound up with Kara. Okay.
You've just come to? I've lost everyone. Are you okay?
As good as it's gonna get.
You recover quickly, like a lizard's tail.
Okay.
I've read about being adrift, but I never thought it would happen to me. Disasters sometimes happen suddenly.
Yes, they do.
Don't be upset. Don't think about the future. Let's just enjoy drifting. I'm starved. I'll have the meat I brought from the castle.
The meat you brought from the castle. By the way, this is the only food we have, so I hope you're thinking far enough ahead to ration it, because it would be very stupid otherwise. We bit off some of the meat. It was better than any food we'd ever had. No, we did not. Nope, we are out of yak on day 2.
What are you doing? The poor fish!
Stupid fish.
Beautiful. Even after seeing it all day, I still never get tired of it.
Going stir crazy. Hit the fish. You double hit. So this is one more time section. There is nothing you can do to make it go faster other than just wait. Time passed slowly with nothing to break the monotony. Well, I was trying to kill some fish, but Kara's just being a bitch. Kara just stared at the fish all day. Will couldn't stand it. He walked around on the raft and talked to Kara many times. A minute seemed like forever, but he could hear the march of time. Drifting, day 4. You know, if we had rationed the yak, we would probably be much happier.
I have a premonition. Help is coming. What?
I don't know. What? Oh, we found a pot in the middle of the ocean. There was a letter in the jar. The contents read, "We are on a ship on our way to be sold as forced labor in an unknown land." Well, that's one way to introduce slavery in your game. If anyone reads this, please save us. Sam.
My premonition!
Kara, no one's coming to help. This was a pot asking for help. They're not...
Okay. You said you wanted to be saved. But it's me who needs to be saved. Oh, I'm so starved.
You should have caught that fish, if you had.
I can't hurt such a pretty fish.
Are you saying it's better to starve?
Raw fish gives me the creeps. I can't eat it.
I mean, look, I'm not a big fan of raw fish either, but...
Besides, the fish is fighting to stay alive.
And we're not?
Fish feel pain. Have you ever thought about how the fish feels?
No.
If you want to eat it, go ahead, but I'm not gonna eat it.
Well, at least I'm not starving. Where'd the fish at? Kara didn't say anything all day. A typical princess. Such a bother. Drifting. First week. A school of fish. He reached the end of his rope. If he didn't eat more, he thought he would starve. I'm eating fish. I don't even particularly like fish. But we're having the fish. Oh my god, so many fish!
Will, sorry I talked to you that way yesterday. I'll try to eat the fish. I can't do anything if I starve.
I'm finally.
Only in peacetime can you refuse food you don't like.
Let's catch a fish. A good one. Not that one. That one looks like an asshole fish. This one. There you go. Happily, Kara ate some fish. Will found that he was starting to develop feelings for Kara. Really? Seeing her eat the fish did that much for you, huh? Drifting. Day 12.
The stars are beautiful. If I were taller, I could reach them. Surely Lily and Lance are looking at the same star-studded sky. If I could talk to the stars, I could find out where everyone is. There seems to be one extra star near the constellation of Cygnus.
You can actually see it if you know what to look for.
So it is this red star right there. That one is not supposed to be there. Yes, that red star. Shall we make a wish upon that star? I have a feeling it'll come true. Will, you close your eyes too.
I hope for everyone's safety, and for my father to come back from buying cigarettes. Drifting, Day 18.
We've been adrift for almost 3 weeks now.
Kara, a week is 7 days. It's Day 18.
Hasn't your hair gotten a little long? Just a little.
Kara doesn't act like a spoiled princess now. Starvation will do that. If you told someone she was one of the island girls, no one would doubt it. I think you're overselling it a bit there, Will.
It's terrible! What is that? There in the water!
That would be a shark.
Maybe a shark? We could be eaten! What should we do?
Panic! Run around and do, I mean, nothing really. Like, what do you think we're gonna do? Kara, yell at them. Maybe they'll go away.
They're circling our raft, but they're not attacking.
Let's think about this. I'll get him with my flute. Don't worry, Kara. I'll protect you. Oh, damn it.
My grandpa told me that only humans attack living things when they're not hungry.
Your grandpa was full of shit. Then what we're doing is not usual human behavior. We didn't eat fish until we were starving.
That's right. They're going. Goodbye, sharks.
Drifting, Day 21. See, now it's 3 weeks, Kara.
When I was in the castle, I loved watching the sunset. The sunset was so beautiful from the corridor of the castle. But now I've come to hate it. After the sun is set, the darkness comes. I thought I'd never see the sunrise again. But since you're with me, I see a beautiful sunrise every morning. With you by my side, I can even enjoy times like these.
I've wanted to say the same things to you, but somehow the words just wouldn't come out. I just nodded, saying nothing. Blech. Suddenly, Will fell over, unconscious.
Will! Will! What's wrong? Wake up! Don't leave me here alone!
You can wake him up now. He'll be fine if he takes vitamin C. He just had a bit of the scurvy, a disease caused by a long-term lack of vitamin C. Should have eaten more fish. Columbus's crew contracted it once, nothing to worry about. When it gets worse, the blood gets bad and the skin turns black. That's necrosis. It kills you. The gums bleed and the body starts decaying. Stop! I don't want to listen to such talk! Yeah, it's fine. I'm glad you're okay, you silly kids.
But you know best. Thank you.
You should thank the dog outside. He found your raft and came to get me.
Will, wake up! We've reached land. We're saved.
The scurvy got me. Kara, where am I?
We're at the home of a kind man who saved us. You've been tossing in your sleep. I kept putting blankets on you, but you threw them off.
This is the south outskirts of Oakton. The city of Phrygia is half a day to the north. If you're looking for your friend, you should look in a big town. You should thank the dog outside. He found your raft and came to get me. As usual, dog doing all the work.
At any rate, let's go to Phrygia. I'm going to thank the dog. Come back when you're ready.
Let's see, I don't think there was anything down here. There, a red jewel.
Woof woof. The dog's name is Turbo.
So that is actually a Soul Blazer reference.
Isn't he cute?
Because as we all know, Turbo is best boy.
Well, let's go. Maybe we'll see Lily, Lance, and Eric.
So they went to Phrygia. The city of Phrygia.
Oh, it's nice. What a great city. People who live in such a pretty place must have beautiful hearts.
Oh, you are about to get a harsh lesson. What a cute couple. Have you decided where you're staying tonight?
No, not yet. We're looking for someone.
Well, why not base your search here? I run a beautiful hotel.
It's settled. I am exhausted. Don't you like it, Will? Let's go.
Ooh, look at those two in the window. We'll come back. The Phrygia is the city flower. Smells good, doesn't it? I mean, I guess so. Listen to me carefully. You better not go on the back streets. Just as a rose has its thorn, a pretty town has another side. Where is Kara? She needs to learn this. This is Jeweler Gem. Here you go. 11. Nice. Okay, life boost. Love that. Okay. So next is... Okay, an attack power boost at 12. Need just one more. Yoink. I was startled. Someone dropped from the ceiling. Yeah, that was me. Thanks for showing me that impressive dive. I will give you something. Flap! Kids, if you do something this dangerous again, you'll be in big trouble. Asshole. The upstairs is a mess. I'm ashamed. What do you two think you're doing? A public display of indecency?
He had something in his eye. Huh?
She was just helping me. Huh? I know what you two are doing, and it's disgusting. Ah, they're back at it again. You can see them in the window. It's locked from the inside. Nice house, buddy. It's not like a tornado came through here. Maybe you'd be more comfortable in a place not quite so neat. You think so, huh? Yeah, you understand this place. Sometimes, what you think is unimportant is the most important thing. Life is like that. This is a gift. Please take it. The old man secretly put something in Will's bags. Well, we're getting pulled over by the TSA. He actually just gave us another red jewel. Hold on a sec. Sorry, I need to use your house as a throughway. Don't worry about it. It's all good. Hey, Gem. Strength will be raised. Nice. Alright, more attack power. Mothers are always worrying about things. I was afraid you'd been kidnapped by someone, or had been wounded. My mother suffered like that. A life lived honestly, a life of fun and laughter. If you don't want to lose your lives, go home. But I want to see what's in your house. Okay, fine. HP jewel, very nice. Found an herb. We'll talk to those two in a moment. Here is our dark space. It looks like you're hurt. Close your eyes. Record? Yeah, okay, so you don't have any useful advice here. Always check the trash cans. No one can put on a show like I can. Have a look. Okay. The perils of show business. Moving on. Children don't come here. Go home. Oh, labor camp. Okay. I think we may have found the dark side of town. Oh, yep. Soon, we will be sent away. I've tried not to think. The more I think, the more empty I become. I don't believe in the spirits. If there were spirits, things like status wouldn't matter. Cheerful bunch. Soon, a great power will come from above. Then mankind will die out. I don't know who made the prediction, but it's all a lie. I do this to forget. The back alley of town is a very pleasant and upbeat place. Oh, we found the actual labor market! When I think of myself in your position, I shudder. I have no time to worry about what people think. It's hard enough just taking care of myself. These laborers are the same age as you. Remember, there are people everywhere who live this way. Hey, boy, kids can't come here. Go home! Or did you come to get a laborer? Do you accept herbs? Yes. I like your courage. I don't know what you do here, but have a look around. I am Imus. I was brought here by boat from far-off Asia. We are a hunting tribe. When we're hungry, we hunt for food. Yes, that's what being a hunting tribe means, yes. All of the animals here have fallen victim to an unknown disease. Here? Do you mean... I am Remus. Our game disappeared and we had nothing to eat. We had no choice but to become laborers. We didn't know where we would be taken or what would happen. I am Sam. We were rescued last night by a man named Eric who was working at the hotel, but we were caught by the labor traders. He's being held in a house on the corner of a back street in town. Please save him. Okay. Done. See, and this is why you have to break into the slave market and talk to the slaves. Otherwise, we never would have found Eric. A man working at the hotel was caught by a labor trader. Oh, I guess we could have talked to her as well. There was nothing he could do about being found. He's the laborer who ran away yesterday. I should tell the labor traders. I was prepared for the worst when I did it. Please, don't tell. I don't care about myself. I just don't want to get him in trouble. So let's pop a quick save here for a moment. And then let's go and talk to these two fine-looking gentlemen here. Where'd he go? A labor escaped. Have you seen him? I mean, I have. What's in it for me? Yes? Tell me where and I'll give you this red jewel. I'm actually interested. Can you lie to him? Hey, don't play jokes on an adult. Will tells where the laborer is hiding. Thank you. Here's a present. So this is the game being a little bit evil. To unlock all of the red jewels, you are in fact forced to sell a slave back into slavery. That's pretty mean. Is a man called Eric there? I've never heard of such a name. Why do you ask? Will? Is that Will's voice? Save me! Run! Shh! Hey, you boy, be quiet! I'll break down the door. Hold on. Oh, I thought you had to psycho dash into it. No, you just whack the door with your flute. Blows up. Impossible! You've come to rescue me? How is that impossible? I didn't think you could break down the door. To be honest, with the flute, neither did I. I expected to use my magical shoulder check, but... The man ran away scared. I tried to sneak into the camp to rescue 3 laborer brothers. I was discovered and now I'm like this. The laborers were forced to work in the diamond mine. I'll tell you where. Please save them. Will learns the location of the mine. The trials and tribulations of being Will in this game. Get thrown off a boat, have one of your friends eaten by a giant fish, get trapped on a raft with a girl, have to survive, get scurvy, travel to a foreign town, discover an underground labor market, and then set them all free. All in a day's work. Actually, I'm pretty sure the 3 laborer brothers are literally right here. They're not in the mine yet. This kid? Where did you come from? Go home! Fine. Recently, tourists have avoided this town. Business is terrible. Let's check out the second floor first. Red jewel. Very nice. Alright, have to check all the pots. Very important. It's an RPG. I'm glad everyone is safe, but... Meanwhile, I think Lance should stay here until he recovers. Oh, it actually... Okay, I did things out of order and it skipped it. So if you don't go and save Eric first, you come in here, find Lance and Lily and go, oh yay, we have them! And it turns out that Lance has amnesia. They say I don't know who I am. Kinda strange. If I don't know who I am, how did I get here? Flawless logic, Lance. Flawless. It is good to be among friends again. I only wish I wasn't so sad. My tears have all been cried. You whiny little baby. Alright, time to go blow up a diamond mine or something. I don't know. All in a day's work for Will. Let's see here. We need to... Okay, so I've got 2 in my inventory. Order that. There. Okay, let's go turn these into gem. Okay, 14. And off to the diamond mine with us. The diamond mine was as quiet as a tomb. A chill ran down Will's spine when he heard the screams from the back of the cave. Yes, it's very quiet as long as you ignore all of the screams. Also, it's being run by giant lizardmen. I don't know who these slavers thought they were selling to, or where these lizardmen got enough money to buy a bunch of laborers, but apparently they did. Ooh, health upgrade. Very nice. Come on, where is it? Elevator entrance. Use that door to get to the elevator. So if you haven't been paying attention, the little wormy guys that pop out of the ground, they always align with these rocks. Or at least up until now they always did. That one apparently didn't. Ooh. Nice. There are 8 laborers, including me, forced to work in the mine. Please save us. Alright. How about this guy? No, okay, I don't think he was part of the 8. Thank you for saving me. As a reward, I will tell you something. This mine has a secret room. Its entrance blends into a wall. But you can find it by watching for wind blowing through cracks in the wall. Of course, it would blow fine hair like yours around. Then you'll understand. So right here is a hint for once again, to watch for his sprite animation, where the hair in the shirt is blowing around, to find secret entrances. Little bit forced on this one, but it is neat that they actually try and make that a recurring thing throughout the game. Oh, come on, you little jerk. Herb. We got so many herb. Good lord, I was facing the wrong direction. Attack power up, love it. Was this one of them? Hold on. So pretty much these secret hidden walls are always on the north facing down because that's the only way to get that sprite to work. And I don't 100% remember what walls they were in. I think there's one in this area before you continue down those stairs. I think. 3 more. Ooh, very nice. Okay, and that unlocks a dark space. But hold on a sec. We're not... Maybe like here? Here. So right there, you can see the flowing hair and tunic animation, whereas normally, because this is indoors, there's nothing. Thank you! I was buried in the cave-in! What would happen if we took longer? We want to give you a present. I'm sending 3 red jewels to the jeweler. Heck yeah. And what do you have for me, Gaia? Ooh, Frieden. We will of course change into Frieden. And now we continue deeper into the mine. Poor son of a bitch. Okay, I don't think this screen had a secret wavy hair area on it. Huh? You can also kind of brute force some of these secret areas in addition to looking for the sprite. If you attack the wall, it makes an attack, you know, normally when you swing at the wall, it just kind of makes the basic sword swing or flute swing at a sound effect. It actually makes the sound effect of the sword or flute hitting something when there's a secret wall there. So, backup method for trying to find those. I don't know if the sound effect difference was intentional or not, but it does. HP up, okay. Okay, this is where the other one is. So we need to swap back to Will here. Right there. Nice. Now, why did they feel the need to hide a second dark portal behind one of these walls where there was a dark portal immediately in front of it? Kind of obnoxious, but... So whenever the statue is holding a blue orb, that's a new power. Heck yeah. I am Gaia, the source of all life. I'll give you some advice. Freedom's power, the Dark Friar, can defeat enemies in places a sword can't reach. When you've defeated all the enemies, the road will open up. Record what's happened so far. And luckily, you do not actually have to be Frieden or Will or whoever to be to get the power. It will automatically morph you to the correct person. Thank God. Dark Friar can now be used. The Dark Friar is a dark power that only the Dark Knight, Frieden, can use. Use the aura power to scorch a distant enemy. Use the... hold the attack button. Gotcha. So we start glowing red, and... BAM! Hell yeah. He basically shoots Hadoukens. More or less. And now we're gonna have to backtrack a little bit. Actually, I think it's just the one screen. Yes. Okay, so we need to get that one. Got him. Ooh, and defense boost. Love that. There are people who are forced to work deep in the diamond mine. Please use this key to save them. Yeah, so this is the first dungeon where you get a little bit of a taste for how they build their dungeons in this game, which is circuitous with a decent amount of backtracking. It's not massive because most of the dungeons are only a handful of screens to begin with. But at this point, if you remember, we did in fact see the elevator shaft back on like the first screen of this dungeon. And now we have to backtrack all the way to it. There's nothing there because we've already beat all the enemies. And there's nothing else to find, so it's just going to be going back there. Now they do a little bit of shortcutting, but still, this probably could have been designed in a slightly more straightforward way. There's really no reason, in particular if you actually attacked and fought all the enemies on the way down, there's really no reason to throw this much backtracking in it. Like, you could have put it next to the guy who gave you the key. But, minor gripe. The dungeon design of the this game is not always the greatest. It works, it's usually simple enough to not be offensive, but it could definitely have been better. Use that. He tries using the elevator key. The key turns, making a strange sound. Once again, a neat little effect. We're riding the elevator up, and we are actually on top of screens that we have already seen, which are supposed to be below us. They do this a fair amount. I really like the effect. Oh, let's see. Oh, right. Okay, this is the 3-room area. Yeah. Okay, time to go save the labor. Take out this weird lizard man. Come here. What an asshole. Like, he doesn't... Oh, he does actually turn to attack me. But, like, that dude's entire job is to just stand there and whip that guy. For no real reason. He's not even, like, working. He was chained down, just sitting there, and the lizard man is just sitting there hitting him. Thank you. I won't forget what you've done. Take this key. Also, why do all of the laborers have keys? Shouldn't I be, like, picking that up off the body of the overseer? And down the other one. Okay, right. So this just has a bunch of worms in it. This is apparently the dead laborer pit, I assume. Had to see the little shiny on the ground there. You found the mine key. I love this naming convention. This is so ridiculous. So they modded to make you use 2 keys. Oh, so here it's called Mine Key A and Mine Key B. When you actually pick them up, it says, you have found the mine key. And if you remember back on the other side, it says, you have found the key to the mine. I have no idea why they decided that was the appropriate naming convention when translating this. One more here. Attack power up. Nice. Use the... Okay, we are using the key to the mine. And now we're using... Or no, okay, it just says the key to the mine both times. It's wildly inconsistent, which is fun. Cut the chain! Alright. Thank you. Our home village is far across the ocean. If you could go there, help the villagers to regain their strength. Thank you. All living things in our home country have grown strange. People have turned to stone. Some are sick with unknown diseases. Thank you. I heard from Eric that your friend has lost his memory. Legend says that there is a song that brings back the past. Please let him hear it. Sam hums a strange melody. You've learned the memory melody. I need a favor. May I have the prison key and the melody of the wind as a souvenir of our meeting? I have no idea why they did this way. So, we never see Sam again. And you never need the melody of the wind after the Incan ruins, and you don't need the prison key to the Edwards castle like after that. Yet for some reason, they don't take it away from you earlier, or like take away the key when you use it. You just run into Sam and he's like, hey, you know these 2 weird random things you have that you're never going to need again? Can I have those? Thank you. I'm sure I'll never use it again. Darn right, Sam. Clearly they wrote themselves into a corner with that one, but that did also clear out 2 inventory spaces, which is great. I go ahead and equip it. And now we just leave. I'm afraid of heights! No! And out we go. Now, luckily, by putting the elevator there, we are right next to basically the entrance. You know, it's barely off one screen, and then this is the actual first entry screen into the diamond mine. Just wind our way around a few wooden barricades, and we're out. Oh, and when you try and leave a dungeon, even if you're Freeden, it forces you back to Will. So, on the overworld, we're Will again. Again, no idea why you would ever stop being Freeden. Unless you just absolutely had to, but... was there anything else I needed to do? Let me quickly check the red jewel list here. No. Okay, we're set. So let me go... I'm not sure if the 3 that we got from the laborer and the diamond mine were enough. Wait, why am I going this way? That's not the way to gem. This door, use your house as a throughway. There's gem. Okay, 17. So we need... Ooh, 3 more before we get the upgraded psycho power. Very nice. Will began playing the melody he remembered. What is this place? Somehow, I feel a little homesick. I feel like I'm back in the womb. Jesus, Eric. Everything that's happened and the people I've met are pouring into my head. I was raised in the town of South Cape. When my father didn't come back from an expedition, the most important thing in my life was gone. I didn't know what to do. I couldn't stand my father using soldiers to invade other countries. It's awful when someone loses their life. What had taken years to put together was destroyed in one moment. I wonder if Seth is alright. People live on because they forget about unpleasant things. What? What have I been doing? What's happened to everyone?
Lance, your memory's back. I was worried.
I wondered what would happen. I guess everyone was worried. I'd take care of someone in the same situation.
Well, there's an eccentric inventor in the woods nearby. Shall we go? I think his name is Neil.
Did you say Neil?
That's the same name as my lost cousin.
How convenient. My cousin Neil, the inventor, flew in the sky in a thing called an airplane. So Will and his group went to the inventor's house. Neil's cottage. It's open. Come in. Neil, it's me, Will from South Cape. Oh, Will, you've gotten strong. Are all of these people your friends?
Nah, they're just assholes I met along the way. Don't worry about them. How you doing? This person stinks.
What are you saying? You shouldn't talk like that.
There's a wonderful smell in this room, isn't there?
Hey, both of you talk pretty harshly. When you're wrapped up in inventing something, you don't care about your appearance. I don't think the smell's that bad. Not enough to hate me for it. I've only been wearing these socks for a month. Yeah, I've only had mine on for 3 weeks. I guess I'll lose.
I can't believe it! I don't want to breathe the same air as him!
I've heard enough about my socks. Make yourself at home. You're Will's friends. Welcome. That's a camera. It will burn a copy of a scene onto printing paper. The problem is that it takes almost 30 minutes. Scenery doesn't move, but to photograph a person means they can't move for 30 minutes. When I used it, the eyes turned bright red like a rabbit's. Good job, Will. That's a telescope. Or not Will, Neil. That's a telescope. You can see stars as if they were in your hand. Those are airplane wings. It's part of a machine that will fulfill man's dream of flying in the air like a bird. The body's too big and you need a runway to take off, so it's hidden in the desert. That's an oxygen tank. There's air inside. With this you can breathe underwater, but there's only 1 minute's worth of air inside. Compressing the air would let you stay underwater longer, but I don't know how to do it. So you're a dog shit inventor. Am I hearing that correctly, Neil?
Seth will be pleased when he sees this invention.
Eric, Seth was eaten by a giant fish. He's dead. You need to move on. Tell me why you came to see me. Will tells Neil about hearing his father's voice and visiting the world's ruins in his search to find the mystic statues. Huh, interesting. I too have some interesting ruins. The ruins Will talked about are scattered over the world, but they have something in common. Drawing a line among the ruins makes a shape that looks like the constellation of Cygnus.
Cygnus?
That's the Tower of Babel, where Will's father got lost. It's in the middle of the ground painting of the big white bird. I hope you... Okay, I guess we understand that.
There's a new red star below the constellation of Cygnus.
That's right, you know a lot. The red star and Cygnus, Will's interest in the ruins, different elements are bound together organically. I don't know if it's by coincidence or by design, but something is going to happen. Fortunately, the Nazca ground paintings are a week's walk east of here. Go? Good, it's settled. We're going too. We don't want Will to be the only one having a good time. The group went to the Nazca Desert. You know, that's actually something I always wanted to look up. If the Nazca is just a name I'm not familiar with. Because in Shining Force 2, they had the Nazca ship, which was a flying airship. And then, once again here in Illusion of Gaia, we have the Nazca paintings and all this stuff. I never really understood that. It was a long way, but you did a good job. This is the most famous of the ground paintings, the Condor. Have you ever heard of it? No one knows why ancient people drew pictures like this. Whenever I come here, I'm overwhelmed by the grand scale. You should go see it for yourself. Don't be in such a hurry. Wait for everyone else.
It's scary. I'll stay with Neil. When you look at it this way, it's like the white lines at an athletic event. Maybe the ancient Nazca people ran the 100-yard dash here.
Sure, Kara. You keep thinking it's what you're good at. Up until now, all I've done is go to school, study, and play. Sometimes I wonder if my being here isn't all a dream. Okay, Lance is going insane. Eric is still a scaredy cat. Kara is still overwhelmingly sheltered. Let's see. Doesn't there seem to be a pattern in the way the rocks are scattered around? And Lily is just unobservant.
This is the Condor's stomach. If you dig here, you might find eggs.
That's not how that works, Kara.
It's a joke. Don't be so serious.
Oh, right. Hold on a sec. There's a spirit hidden over on the bottom right corner, I think. Or no? Bottom left corner? Ah. Coo. Come back here. He got away from me. Happens. It must be great to paint such a huge painting on a natural canvas. What's gonna happen? It's exciting! Up until... Alright, okay. The ancients were amazing. I wonder why they made this. We'll talk about it when everyone comes back. The mystic statue that Will spoke of is somewhere on this plane?
I thought I'd seen the paintings before, but doesn't this condor look like Cygnus?
Of course! I hadn't noticed. Really, Neil? When we look at it, we see Cygnus, but ancient people probably just saw a condor. Or the ancient people saw the same constellation you did, and they drew it on the ground. Just saying.
Ah! I've got it! Look where the rocks are on the ground. They're positioned like the stars in the constellation of Cygnus.
Of course! Cygnus has 9 stars, and there are 9 stones.
Where's the red star that appeared recently?
Left foot? Of course! At the joint of its left foot. Let's check the left foot! Everyone to the left foot! Not bad. It's as exciting as inventing something.
What's gonna happen?
We're working on a puzzle that explorers and archaeologists have never solved. A riddle in a constellation. Kind of romantic. There's a tile buried in the sand. When Will's flute touched it, there was a rumbling sound.
Hey, something huge is coming down.
Sky Garden. There's a strange garden floating in the sky over Navska. On the ground, Neil and my friends look like tiny ants going back and forth. Could the paintings be an airport for the Sky Garden? So the Sky Garden is actually my favorite dungeon in the entire game. First, you have, looking down, you can see the entire constellation of Cygnus in the background from the main area. We meet again, Cuckoo. You're a strong boy to have come this far. Why are you here? Can you jump? No, you cannot jump from there. This Sky Garden is our mode of transportation. There are 4 crystal balls in 4 locations. Find each one in clockwise order. Drop off the cliff at the front and back to find the upside down world. And of course, dark space. Go ahead and pop a quick save. And then, of course, this guy said we're gonna go clockwise, so start here. Sky Garden. One, I just love the aesthetic of the Sky Garden, with like the Babylonian statues here. Again, still able to see the condor underneath all of it, worms, which is, they made them much bigger, but they had enemies like this in Soul Blazer. That was in What's-His-Face's lab. I've completely forgotten what the doctor's name was. And we have borderline Rock'em Sock'em robots. Take out more of the enemies. That. Red jewel. Heck yeah. But then also, in addition, so you are up in the sky, flying over Cygnus or Condor, the giant painting. These are jump down points. Whoop. Back of garden. Oh, that is so cool. So you can flip up onto the underside of the Sky Garden, and now if you look at the background, it actually just shows like clouds passing by because you're now facing up into the sky. I love that. And the back of the garden is much more dangerous. The enemies hit a lot harder, have a lot more health. Ooh, nice. Got a bit of health there. Okay, let me come back over here and check this. But then also in addition, you are now on the underside. You can see the sky. If you actually pay attention while you're up on the main Sky Garden, it is in fact the entire layout and design is in fact a full mirror of the regular. So like if you remember the layout on the top, you already know the layout on the bottom. Which is just such a neat little detail. I love this. Oop. Nearly sucked that one. Oh, you dummy, you fired the wrong way. Okay, hold on. Come here. Nope, nope, don't touch me! Oh, hold on. Okay, defense power up. Badly needed for Sky Garden. Okay, so what was over on these sides? Okay, so that's a way back up. That goes nowhere. Okay, where does this one go? Worm. Oh. And of course we have the sword. Come on. Come on. Yep, so you can't move these statues until you kill the sword. Now we can move them like we can with any other statue. Yep, and there is the crystal ball. And you need to head over to the far right side to hop up and finish this chunk of Sky Garden. But there's one enemy here. Ooh, health boost, love that. Almost halfway full. Another herb, nice. Then we have to back out of this section and move on to the next one. And then continuing clockwise. Do a little bit of sidling here. Now this, we have to do it because we need to get the statue out of the way. Tap. Go. Pull him up. Launch across there. Yeah, unfortunately, if you move too far away, the sword just returns back to its original spot, and it heals, which is annoying, but go. This dude has a door hidden behind him, which leads to a dark room. And freedom. Heck yeah. Now, we are in a much better position. More on the other side of there. So unlike the worms on the top of the Sky Garden, the worms on the bottom, when they're bits fall on you, that does actually hurt you. Oh, walked into it. Back here. Ooh, attack bonus. Nice. Which is easier said than done. There's the crystal ball. Now, there are still some enemies, so we want to hunt those down and get the stat bonus from them. Where are you? Oh, it's just a bunch of worms. Oh, that lag. Alright, we are at halfway to max HP. So it's not frequent, but this game does have some massive lag issues. When too much is happening on the screen, that is not me or the recording, that is in fact just actually the game itself. Freed and sidle along. Now I can't remember if this actually requires you to be Will or not. I know that like kind of the four things as you go around makes you swap between them. I think that Will may get another ability in this section. Oh yes, Will gets another ability in this section. Jewel. No, it wasn't that one. Okay, so I can't go down. Yeah, so with these, it chased me. With these pegs here, you can raise and lower these by hitting switches, usually on the back. There are equivalent pegs up on the main garden, and they raise and lower relative to each other. So like now that I've raised those two, if I go back across, and it should be to the left because it's reversed. These are now not there. There were two here. So let's see what I get from going down on... Okay, that way's blocked off. Never mind. Nothing else over here? Nothing that I can get, at least. Let me double check. Just to make sure I'm not crazy. Yes, okay. Okay, that's a shortcut back over here. Okay, right. That's the one you need to get to unlock Will's power. Let's go ahead. Oop, nice. Defense power increase. Love that. That you need Will's power, plus you need to lower that. Okay, right. So we need to go up here, use this jump down point. Hold on. Actually, you need to start that as freedom, otherwise you get trapped when you hit this button. Hold on, need to actually hit the button. Very important. But this doesn't get you the power? I thought it did. Then again, it's also very possible that my brain just doesn't work. Or no, that's what you have to do. Okay, you don't get the power quite yet. We need to go from here. So, use that. Use Psycho Dash to clear these. Which gets me up to there, but still the 4x4 block is up on the upside, so we need to bring it up on the downside. That sentence was a bunch of nonsense, but it made sense in my head. There's 6 more enemies. I think we are already... No, we weren't already over here, but this doesn't go anywhere, so it doesn't matter. Step on this tile, it makes a sound. Yes, I saw that about 6 times. Okay, that's what I need to do. Let's find a few remaining enemies and clear this out. Done. More attack power. Love it. Okay, now I need to fight the sword. Okay. Too far away. Go. No enemies and no treasure chests. Nice. And we go back over on this side. Just the one treasure chest, which is what we're trying to get. Psycho Dash those out of the way again. And then we run. Up. And the crystal ball. Alright, 3 out of 4. So that just leaves the one last section, which is the most annoying section of Sky Garden. Because there is a lot of running and jumping. Right, and you have to angle yourself up to catch the ramp. That. Okay, so hold on. Get that. We're gonna hop to the back side. You actually can't. Well, I could kill a few worms, but that honestly doesn't matter. So this is something I don't think you have to do at any other point in the game. We need to go off this first ramp, which is going to land us into a middle area, which will then immediately have another ramp, which lands us back at the very beginning of this screen. So once you go off the first ramp, you have to hold to the left to slow yourself down so you don't go off the second ramp. Like that. Another thing that's a little tricky when you don't know what you're supposed to be doing there, at least. Oh, the lag! Oh, the lag! Where am I going? Oh, that's right. Go in there and get... Are you gonna get... You are. Good lord. Alright, wait for it to pass us by here. Nope. Or we'll just take the hit. You know, whichever works, I suppose. Ooh, nice 5 HP. Love that. A couple of enemies left. Okay, so we need to do a jump down here. Okay, and then we're gonna have to do a running puzzle to get those ones. Wait, do you actually need to come in here as Freedom? So what you need to do is kill this sword, pull the statue up one, and then to the left. But the Whittle cannot hit that sword. Do you actually need to come in here as... Or no, hold on. Okay, I thought we'd already been in this area, but we clearly did not. That is a dark space area. Just get in it before we die. Okay, yes, this is a freedom spot. I was gonna say, I don't remember that you actually needed at any point to like walk out of an... As long as you go through them clockwise, you never need to leave an area to be the right character to do it. Screw it, we'll just take the 1 damage. Okay, now I need to kill this sword. Nice. Hold up 1. Nice. More defense power. Love it. Okay, yep. And then the split is how you get to the 2 different chests that were over on the other side. Come on. Okay, there it is. That was a HP up. Okay. So let me think. One of these, I think, is an herb, and the other is the crystal ball. That one was an herb. I picked the wrong one. bottom one, which will align us here. Pull this out of the way, and crystal ball 4. So now we can go back to the center area, assuming I remember how to get there. How do I get out of this again? Or no, wait. Okay, that's how you do it. Wait, now I remember. Up here, take the 1 damage, I don't care. Drop down here. Then we continue running across back to the opening of the area. Alright. Pop a save with Gaia here. Then we have some crystal balls to use. The crystal ball is set in the hole. Which leads us immediately into the next boss fight. That. No. Oh. Alright, beat him. You have defeated the huge demon. Look, a mystic statue. Alright, mystic statue, 2 of 6. And of course, for some reason, we take a second and transform back into Will, because we're about to leave the dungeon. A strange noise fills the air around you. From out of nowhere, you hear Neil's voice. Will, you're falling to the ground. Grab the airplane and we'll fly out of here. Alright, well, we're gonna trust Neil to catch us, I guess. Balls he missed. Shoot! I dropped a contact. You what? Idiot! Will is doomed for sure now! Neil, it's still a little ways to the ground. Try again. Okay, I'll get him this time. Nailed the landing. That was a close one. Don't cry, Will's been saved. Neil, you were great. This invention saved Will's life. Don't flatter me. We should try and locate the next ruins. I expect the shape of Cygnus is the same as the shape of Mu. Well, to the ocean. Mu lies somewhere in this ocean. I don't know where, just somewhere. God damn it, Neil. We got out of the airplane in the nick of time. Neil's a good inventor, but it seems there's always something missing in his inventions. I guess nobody's perfect, including Neil. The next thing he knew, Will was standing in a huge palace. I couldn't remember anything since my water landing. Is everyone safe? There's a chest here. So we're gonna record. And I think that we are actually going to go ahead and call this one there. Then rest a while. Oh. God, I love this game. And still not quite as much as Soul Blazer, but this game has a lot going for it. A little bit of wackiness. It still has a lot of the fun and enjoyment of like the action RPG elements, though I think the combat is a little bit weaker than what they had going in Soul Blazer. Some of like the red jewel hiding spots are a little bit wonky, but it's really trying to do a lot. And I think in a lot of senses, it very much works. Well, anyway, we will be picking up with this one next time. And hopefully I will see you broskies then.